Hello friends, the National Library of Ayurveda Medicine is pleased to present a new episode on Ayurveda. The present release is part of a video lecture series prepared for the education of Ayurveda literature in accordance with the academic curriculum of Ayurveda studies in India. My name is Dr. Sumit Kesarkar and I will be your host throughout this video, which gives a brief explanation of Vata dosha and its 5 subtypes. Since Vata dosha is a huge topic, we have divided it into two videos. In the present video, we would discuss about Vata dosha, while in the next video, we would discuss about its subtypes and their interrelationships. Vata is a force conceptually made up of the elements Akasha and Vayu. The proportions of Akasha and Vayu determine how active Vata is. The amount of Akasha affects the ability of the motion to gain momentum. Of the universal qualities, Vata dosha has a predominance of Rajas. Vata dosha, as described in the introduction to Tridosha video, is responsible for origin and destruction. In brief, it initiates the spark or movement for creation and also sets in the parameters for destruction. Hence, it is understood as the prime force present or dominant at birth and death of any entity. It determines motion in perception of wind or static as the Earth's movement around the Sun. It is responsible to carry an energy source as Kapha to Pitta for transformation and then transport the converted energy to their locations. To understand Vata dosha from a human perspective, we need to understand its function as depicted by Vagbhat in Ashtanghrudaya. उत्साह उच्छ्वास निश्वास चेष्टा वेग प्रवर्तनय सम्यक गत्य च धातूनां शरणं पाठवेन च. Vata is responsible for the senses, intellect, digestion, excretion, and touch. It provides individuals with sensory observations which lead to enthusiasm, reasoning, and creativity. It also supplies the brain with intellectual capacity for memory and wisdom. In the digestive process, Vata is a part of the final stages and thus helps in elimination of food from the body. Lastly, tactile sensation is supplied by Vata as it is partly composed of air. On a deep scan of these functions, we can comprehend that Vata dosha is associated with movement or motion of any kind, whether it can be perceived visually, as in the case of locomotion, or other actions, or comprehend mentally, as in case of the flow of thoughts, energy, etc. Vata dosha has its prime seat of location in a human body. In Ashtang Hridaya, it is described as पक्वाशय कटिशक्ति स्तोत्र अस्ति स्पर्शनेन्द्रियम स्थानम वातस्य तत्रापि पक्वाधान विशेषतः. The locations mentioned are large and small intestine, ears, and the sense organ of touch. However, Pakwashaya, which can be correlated to the major part of the large intestine, is considered as the prime seat of action. The pathology of Vata dosha can be studied when its proportions increase or decrease in the body. Since Vata dosha is responsible for transportation and motion, its increase logically can result in the uncontrolled increase of these functions, which may lead to early burnouts, exhaustion of resources, and friction. The stability of the body would be disturbed with arrhythmic movements, whether it be heartbeats, speech, or movements of joints. Increase of Vata dosha is described in Ashtang Hridaya as Karsha Karshinyo Ushna Kamitva Kampa Ana Shakrut Grahan Balanidra Indriya Bhransha Pralapa Brahmadinata. In general, the symptoms include dark skin tone, desire for hot things, tremors, flatulence, constipation, loss of strength, insomnia, malfunctions of the sense organs, hallucinations. Decrease of Vata dosha would have an opposite effect. The movements would be highly reduced, transportation of materials and evacuation of waste would be slowed down, leading to a buildup of toxins. The decrease of Vata dosha is described in Ashtang Hridaya as Lingam Shine Anila Angasya Sadha Alpa Bhashite Hitam Saudnya Mahostata Sleshma Vruddha Yuktamaya Sambhava. In brief, the symptoms include loss of speech, loss of motor functions, delirium, symptoms similar to the increase of kapha dosha. This concludes our first part on Vata dosha. In the next video, we would discuss about the 5 subtypes of Vata dosha. I hope this video was informative and made the subject clear. Comments and feedback are highly appreciated, and you can leave them by visiting the National Library's website at www.nlam.in or likewise by writing to me at vdsumit@gmail.com. Thank you for watching.